CKJ Crypto News, Crypto Pioneers. I'd like to just my thoughts for today that Ripple XRP is unstoppable and the price of XRP is way undervalued. It's a hell of a time to get a hell of a deal on Ripple. I'm pretty much going to just run through my thoughts and some of the information. We're going to go through a few clips. Some of the clips we go through may be information that you already had. But I just got to thinking of XRP and Ripple and the company in entirety in itself and all the partnerships they got. Here on CKJ Crypto News, we say the proof is in the partnerships. And I mean, one of the biggest partnerships that pretty much laid the foundation that Ripple will not be stopped and is being backed by the largest entities is this old article right here. Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency. So after this article right here, I'm almost certain that Federal Reserve is already using Ripple's technology for remittances and for cross-border payments, for sure. Then it brings me to a few more articles. I will go into those really quick. How Ripple basically already has its BIT license, and this company, Genesis Global, is already approved through the SEC. Well, I'll show you that, Securities Exchange Commission. I believe that Ripple is already regulated. I believe there's a lot of more things going on. We'll get into that really quick. First, you can follow me on Twitter, CKJ at CKJ Crypto News. Basically, I got to thinking about just crypto in its entirety. Like, I started looking at CoinMarketCap right here, and I got to thinking, how many of these cryptos really have a product that is ready to go, that is ready and that is being utilized by the world in itself? You know, Chris Larson says that Ripple is the only enterprise solution, and they have a working product that actually being used, and they have huge partnerships. The proof is in the partnerships. And another thing that really got me thinking about the direction that Ripple is going is, well, first it was this article right here. Genesis Global Trading receives New York BIT license. Now, we did cover this the other day, but you'll see what direction I'm going with this in one moment. Now, pretty much, this right here says that Genesis Global Trading has been honored to become the first trading company to be granted a state trading license. And we pretty much already established that Barry Silbert owns Genesis Global. Barry Silbert is an early investor in Coinbase, and Barry Silbert is an early investor in Ripple. And you go down here, Genesis is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. Now, pretty much anybody that wants to do anything legally has to go through the SEC. Now, what they're saying is Ripple already has its BIT license, which we talked about that yesterday. I did tweet that article right here. I kind of talked about it from my vehicle. I do like doing visuals much better, but this is what really kind of sparked my interest in the direction that cryptos are going, and I kind of believe that a lot of crypto companies aren't going to make it. Basically, Ben Lawalski, man who gave us the BIT license, joins Ripple board. So pretty much Ben Lawalski right here had a government job creating laws. After he gave Ripple their BIT license, he pretty much put his 2 weeks notice in, quit this job, started his own crypto firm, and he joined Ripple's board. And also, basically, we got Ripple also welcomes Corey Johnson. And Corey Johnson had a really high-paying job at NBC, Fast Money. I'm not sure if it was actual Fast Money, but I do know he was an NBC correspondent. I mean, these are dream jobs that these people walked away from. A dream job at NBC. Pretty much, this guy, Ben Lawalski, we know how government jobs are. These guys work 6 months out of the year. Annual salary, expense card, car rental, free expense card, gas card. They only work 6 months out of the year. They're on vacation for 6 months. So for him to walk away from this job and to join Ripple, that is huge. So then that got me thinking, what is making all these people leave their high-paying positions that they probably worked really hard to get to walk away and to join Ripple? So then that got me thinking, because I was listening to some interviews and just doing some research on Ripple, and then I got to thinking, let me get my notes here. So basically, you know, Ripple is going to replace the old infrastructure of Swift. Ripple actually has a working product. Basically, their financial structure is to handle remittances of payments of an old, outdated system. So then I got to thinking, how many companies really use cross-border payments and like financial transactions. And that pretty much is everybody. Google, Amazon, Alibaba, Visa, MasterCard. So then I got to thinking, I was like, well, hold on, MasterCard and Visa joined Ripple. We know that, and they both said they're going to be using XRapid. But we know that Visa and MasterCard are actually competitors of each other. But they both have joined Ripple. So then that got me thinking, well, of course, one entity would have to join Ripple and the other one would have to join too, because Ripple has a working revolutionary product. Whoever doesn't join this company will actually be dead in the water, as I heard someone say. They will be dead in the water. Like basically without utilizing this technology, and to basically you're going to have to be able to compete with your competition. How can anybody compete with this technology? So that got me thinking. A lot of things got me thinking lately. Uh, basically the Federal Reserve, as I showed you, was one of the first ones to back Ripple. The thing is, it's really all about having a competitive advantage over your competitors. And so, I mean, this actually really goes deep. So that really brought me to how do most of these companies actually create revenue for themselves? So then I got to looking down here at CoinMarketCap, basically. And then I was thinking, well, how many of these companies actually have a working product? They have a working product. See, most of these companies raise funds through ICO, CDE, or whatever scenario they raise funds through. That's raising funds and hiring a team is one thing. But to actually be bringing a working product is a whole nother thing. Because that's the thing. If you think as a company as itself that has to create income, a company has to create income, or they can file for bankruptcy. Now, if a company doesn't have a working product, how is that company actually making money? If there's no partnerships, how is that company making money? They're not. They pretty much raised millions of dollars to ICO phase, and then they promise a roadmap that they'll deliver this, they'll deliver that. But until a product is actually delivered, that company is not making no money. They're probably actually in the red, far as capital to spend to hire people, but far as actually having a working product, a product that's actually creating revenue for the actual company itself, I can really say that most of these companies don't. Most of these companies have a really big dream, and that's huge. Most of these companies have a really big dream, but far as a working product, they do not have that. And that's why I'm actually taking a serious look at most of my investments. So I'm going to reevaluate most of my investments because basically Ripple has a working product. Ripple has already partnered with some of the largest banks in the world. Ripple's already basically replacing a 45-year-old Swift that's slow, clunky, takes up 10 days. So basically we have 60 banks in Japan, the central bank in Dubai. There's banks and partners joining Ripple every day. And what's that do? That gives them a competitive advantage over their competition. So basically, I truly believe that anybody that doesn't partner with this company, like Brad Garlinghouse said, will either acquire you or you will go out of business. And this is going to be for everybody. Will Amazon join Ripple? They will have to. Will Google, anybody that does cross-border payments, Alibaba, anybody that does cross-border payments is going to have to utilize this technology. And nobody is promised to basically to save money the way Ripple can save people money. If people are using XRapid, or if they decide to use XCurrent, they're going to save 30% for their bank. If they use XRapid and XCurrent, they're going to save 60 to 65% for their bank. Pretty much that competitive advantage will not be competed against by nobody. So basically, my thing is that everybody is going to have to join Ripple. I do truly believe that this is the most undervalued cryptocurrency. And then I got to think, well, why is it undervalued? It's undervalued because most of these people on this list, so don't get me wrong, I have quite a few investments in a lot of these projects, but a lot of these projects have a dream. They have a dream and they have a roadmap and they have funding that has been able to keep them alive through unregulated funding processes, which gave them an excessive amount of surplus. So that's what's the only thing that's breathing life into them companies right now. But as regulation comes down, we can already see that Ripple has been regulated from two different directions, as far as a bit license, through Genesis, through the SEC. Ripple has a working product that's being utilized, and they are actually creating revenue for their company. They are probably in the green. No, what are these? Ask yourself, when you invest in a crypto company, and this is what I'm asking myself, I'm going to take a serious look at my investments for the future. Which one of these companies actually have a working product? Which one of these companies are actually creating revenue for their company? And it's pretty plain to see why everybody's joining Ripple. Ripple has a working product. Their technology is revolutionary. It cannot be denied. So I'm pretty much going to be taking a serious look at all my investments. So I pretty much just wanted to get that quick rundown. We'll do a little bit more research. But I want to kind of give a huge shout out to Lobotus Dauphine. He actually shared my video on Reddit, and I've been getting overwhelming responses of, wow, like, dude, we love your research. And that really means the world to me. If anybody, if CKJ Lines can share this video, like this video, subscribe, that means the world to me also. Well, the CKJ coin will pop up. Smash that coin. I just kind of want people to start using their imagination and their mind a little bit about cryptos and what direction we're going to go. We kind of got to look into the future a little bit. Okay, crypto pioneers, this is CKJ. Have a nice day.